Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn demo, available as part of the Steam Next Fest. It is the second game made by A44, the people who made Ashen, which I really enjoyed. And I think this is also a Souls-like, though it might have a little bit more characterization, which is kind of fun. I do see that, there's difficulty levels. I think I'm going to play on normal, but Souls-likes with difficulty levels actually feels really good to me, just because...
For 10 bitter years since the dead broke through the door, I've promised you peace. Today, I'm making good on it. Sama hatched a plan to blow up the door, to cut the dead off forever. Halin and I volunteered. We probably won't make it back, but I would rather take my chances than leave you in this broken world. You deserve more than a letter you'll never receive. But we both know you would never let me go. I lived a long life, but never a full one. Not until I found you. Promise me you'll live, Nor. I'm off to earn my rest. Baz.
Yeah, so make more characterization and story. But yeah, what I was gonna say is, mostly I just like having difficulty options so the game is beatable for everybody, as opposed to, you know, the tryhards. Maybe not the tryhards, the get goods. There we go. I'm always one of those people that unless I have like a very specific reason to do so, I usually end up like stopping halfway in a game. Life gets in the way or something. You know, might have to take like a week or two off, and then by the time it's time to come back to the game, I'm not good at it anymore. It always messes with me. Having like a short reduction in difficulty goes a very long way in these games.
No, she's not accepting anyone.
Just pretend I shoved you, alright?
You sent Baz and Harlan to the door to the Great Below.
I don't have time for this, Vanek.
Requesting permission to...
Denied.
Baz can't fight at his age. Harlan can't cover for him and blow the door at the same time. I'm the best sapper you've got and you know it.
Return to your station, Vanek. Was that?
Can't have been them. The blast came from too low, wasn't nearly loud enough.
I see.
They're late, aren't they? Just give the order.
All right then. All right. Follow the trenches to the old fort. Stop for nothing and no one, understood?
Yes, Field Marshal.
Sapper run! Clear the way! No rest till dawn!
No rest till dawn!
I like the character designs. It's very Revolutionary War, or like maybe Civil War era outfits, but otherworldly at the same time. The details are familiar, but the aesthetic is familiar, but the details are completely different. It looks like effectively there was a portal to the underworlds.
I thought you died.
Sorry to disappoint.
And it's just infinitely just sending out waves of undead. That's gotta be it. Frontline report. Command, we're down to a few hundred shots. The sappers don't get here by tomorrow. We're not getting into Dawn at all. I don't know if there's really much for me to collect. Well, that's fun.
We're cut off! On it!
Anything else? Nope. It said, we're cut off. Oh, I see this. Firearms are a powerful tool to fight the dead. Right trigger to shoot your primary firearm. Shooting a primary firearm consumes a black powder charge. They're restored by hitting enemies with melee attacks. Land 4 melee attacks to restore 1 black powder charge. I see.
Bastard! Can't even aim right!
So there's some level of movement and verticality. I might as well use my guns a little. Okay, right bumper. Whoops. I might as well use my guns a little bit. At the very least, I should never be at full shots. Maybe. I didn't take too much. Feels like you should be able to, like, almost snag some stuff from these people. Pistols effective at disrupting enemy attacks. Right trigger while an enemy is attacking to disrupt their attack. When they're disabled, they're knocked out by a current attack. Okay, so Bloodborne stun then.
Not so tough now, are you?
Okay. Reputation represents your renown and experience and can be spent to obtain skills and items. Gain reputation when you defeat enemies, complete quests, and overcome challenges. Build your reputation multiplier by performing different actions. The multiplier increases the amount of reputation you gain by holding right or... Oh, increase the amount of reputation you gain when you claim it by holding left. When you take damage, it resets and your reputation is automatically claimed. When you die, you lose all claimed reputation. Recover it, return to the previous location. Oh. Was it all claimed reputation or all unclaimed reputation? I suppose it doesn't really matter at the moment, but eventually it will. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm glad that they went for a completely different setting. One problem I do have with a lot of Souls-likes is they tend to just follow Dark Souls aesthetically as well. In terms of like setting and writing and lore. Okay, you. Yeah, I like the idea of the pistol shot being the kind of parry. It's longer range, but reasonably fast. Though I'm sure different guns will have different speeds and whatnot, and effects. Okay, do I have anything else? I want to look around, but it doesn't look like there's much to look around for. So I could sprint. Oh. Okay, so creepy news about the undead. They've got holes for faces. So these might not be your regular human undead. These might be something kind of completely different. I like the fact that, yeah, you gain effectively an experience multiplier based on doing trick shots and fun moves rather than just wailing on enemies. And I'm really glad it doesn't just disappear. Okay, block and parry. Melee weapon to block and parry enemy attacks. Left bumper to enter a blocking stance. You block damage done until you're knocked out of your stance. Right before an attack hits to parry. Time it right to render an enemy helpless. To parry, you have a short window to perform a counterattack by pressing right bumper. Let's see if I can do this. And, you know, there's a block. It's got to be, like, right before then. I don't think I'm going to be as good at that. I think I'm going to be much more of a pistol parry kind of person. Maybe. I might not have much of a choice, is the other thing. Like, it might be one of those where you really just kind of have to learn and make do. I like the fact that it has both options. It's an interesting choice. It's like a, hey, Bloodborne fans, we have something for you, but also, if you're not a Bloodborne fan, we still have something for you. Break attack cannot be blocked or parried. Shown with a red indicator, shoot an enemy with red.
Come and get it.
Okay.
No? What the pits are you doing here?
Well, that worked out. Yeah, I like the combat system. It feels good.
I'm here to kick your ass for leaving me behind.
I can't let you through. You could get killed.
You?
No, please.
Oh.
This whole mission, it's just...
Just pull the damn gate up!
The audio balance isn't...
both of them.
Small favors.
The audio balance on this could use some work. Unless it reset my settings, it might have. Yeah, it did. I was wondering about this. I changed these settings before the game started so that I could actually hear stuff better, but I guess it didn't save. Okay, apply changes. The other one was controller vibration. I'm not a controller vibration. Did it reset my graphic settings? No, it kept that. That's interesting. There we go. Now we should have an easier time of hearing things.
Nor, go back. You're not ready for this.
And Yahara is.
Listen here, you little trench filler.
Keep it down. The shimmering wall's bad enough. You want to bring the dead on our heads?
The shimmering... what? What in the pits is that?
Some kind of wall. It's not glass or stone or any other damn thing.
We could scale the stones to the parapet. It couldn't extend over that.
Absolutely not. The dead will pick us off on the way up. Oh, we're wasting time.
What have you done?
Getting us through.
Turns out, like everything else, it is weak to gun. I'm glad that didn't actually cost me a shot, though.
Gouges on the wall are glowing. Why are they glowing?
Souls below.
These bodies, they've been here for years. The dead must have gotten them while they were fleeing the city.
They look smashed. Toyed with. The dead don't do that.
Keep your eyes peeled, will you? Whatever did this is probably still around.
Yeah, I like the lore and setting for this a lot. It feels interesting, and I'm actually curious about, yeah, what is up with this world? If they've been here for years, this is something that's not just been, like, a short conflict, but a sustained, perpetual siege. And this is the farthest anyone has ever got, which feels kind of weird, actually.
All set!
Everyone get clear! Souls below.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't know what the heck that thing is, but it's cool. Seems like a good time to set those barrels off.
Hey! Hey, Harlan! You still with me?
Yes! That thing is...
Snap out of it, Harlan!
No rest till dawn!
No rest till
No
dawn!
rest till dawn!
Again with the circle iconography, too.
Come at me!
Ow.
Up! Gotta get up!
Okay. Well, that wasn't stoppable. Everyone else is dead, isn't it? I don't know what that is. I'm not really expecting to win here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured. Synergy bonuses for armor. Okay.
Harlan, don't! Where in the pits am I? You wouldn't know, would you?
That's a cute whatever it is.
Follow me.
I'm sorry, what? Hey, wait!
That was not the voice I expected out of that thing.
You were unconscious for a while.
Was there anyone else with me?
You were alone. No matter. You'll have to do.
Do? What am I going to do, exactly?
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't. Destroyed the barrier that kept the gods contained.
What barrier? You mean that shimmering wall?
So it was you.
We couldn't... I didn't know.
The damage is done. Now you must mend it.
Doesn't seem like they were particularly well contained, all things considered. I like the fact that I get reputation multiplier purely from sliding down a hill. That's, I don't know, funny.
The god you unleashed is called Uru. It is his army of the dead that has been laying waste to Dawn. The source of all your suffering.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
You! Tiny, talking... fox thing. You're a god.
There are lesser and greater gods. My name is Enki. You probably haven't heard of me. Consider me your chance at redemption.
Your kind ravaged my city. My world. Killed everyone I've ever loved. Every breath I take from here on will be spent exacting my revenge on the gods. What's to stop me starting with you?
Nothing.
Death to gods.
Alone, you stand no chance against a god. Let me help you.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you. As long as Uru is free, your world is in mortal peril. Help me seal him away. Stem the tide of destruction. It's the least you can do.
You have a deal. Any hint of trickery and I'll be burying this axe into your skull.
I would expect nothing less.
Now how do we get out of here?
This way.
All right. It's interesting where it's going.
I never asked your name.
Norm. My name's Norm.
And the axe. That's not a woodcutter's tool.
I'm a sapper. I fight in trenches, tunnels. Lots of uses for an axe down there.
You're a capable warrior, then.
I'm efficient.
Yeah, they're definitely leaning harder into the story than they did for Ashen. Ashen still had a story, but it wasn't much.
Come here. Hand me some of your black powder.
What for?
You'll see. Good. Now, try keeping up.
Keep up how?
Okay, so skills. So we've got two trees. We have powder mobility. You can perform special powder moves that enhance your dodging and aerial mobility. Press B while dodging to perform a double dodge. A while jumping to perform a second jump. B while airborne to perform an aerial dodge. Okay. Charge shot. That's skills. Training. Wait, so I have a skill point, but... I guess I can't do it. Oh, I see. Skills just acquired.
What was that?
I infused it with an inkling of magic. It should help us get around.
A lot more aerial maneuvering. That's okay, that's cool.
He actually exists. Uru the Ravager.
A title he's rightfully earned.
He was in every storybook they read to me when I was bad.
And now he's loose.
Falling is dangerous. Fall too far, take damage. But you can break your fall by pressing A right at the last time, reduce your momentum. Yeah. Okay, so I cannot do it with an air dodge. Sorry, I had to do a science. Wasn't sure if one would work and the other wouldn't. I wonder what Enki's stake in this is. Witherings are powerful magical abilities unique to Enki. To use a withering, you need to build Enki's withering gauge by defeating enemies. When it's full, Y plus left bumper to perform your equipped withering.
Dead? What the? What was that?
A show of good faith.
The dead shouldn't be here. Where is this place? How far are we from the trenches?
Things have changed while you were unconscious. You should best see them for yourself.
Now, does it charge on its own too? It looks like it kind of does, but not fully. Okay, priming enemies. You can quickly defeat enemies by building their priming gauge, then performing a critical attack. Why do attack with Enki? Curses the enemy and builds up their priming gauge. When their priming gauge is full, they're primed. Right bumper or right trigger perform a critical attack against them. Also inflicts the curse of death. Melee attacks deal priming damage to these cursed enemies. Huh.
Why did that one go down so easily?
I marked them for death. Help speed up the process.
There's a lot of layers to this, which it's equal parts a little overwhelming, but kind of cool. Okay, armor reduces the damage they take, but you can prime them first, destroying their armor with a critical attack. Critical attack will kill an unarmored enemy, and armored enemy will have their armor destroyed instead.
Let's get this over with.
Okay, checkpoints are locations where you can rest, change equipment, acquire new skills. When you approach a checkpoint, your location will be saved. When you're defeated, return to the last checkpoint. Makes sense. Interact with the lodestone. So we could go to the skills menu, but I don't think I have enough. Or maybe maybe I do. Open the player menu at any time. Check my skills. Skills allow you to improve your abilities. Acquiring new skills costs reputation. Your inventory allows you to view all equipment you've obtained, and then map, quest log, and training. So we actually have a third one here. Blocking stance. Perform a quick melee attack out of a dodge or a powder dodge. Rend Spirit. Send Enki to suspend an unarmored enemy in the air by holding Y. Or a charge shot. I think I actually like the idea of going Rend Spirit for now. And we might as well rest. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I don't have anything else. Yeah, I don't have anything else. At least not currently. Looks like we get a fair number of other items and abilities to play around with as we go through the game.
Finally, we're out. Is that smoke? This is way past the trenches. The Coalition would never.
The dead spilled out of the door when Uru was freed. The Coalition didn't even stand a chance.
I did this. Time to put it right.
Hamlets are small communities. They've been seized by hostile forces. Fight your way through the enemy forces, find their enemy leader, defeat the leader, restore safety to the hamlet, and allow its inhabitants to return. Interesting.
Submit or perish. It is done.
So are they going for more of kind of like a pseudo open world, like freeform game instead of like a more tightly level designed one? I don't hate that idea. I love the tight level design of Souls-likes. I think it is the genre's greatest strength in a lot of cases. But on the flip side, the formula can work in other ways. Ashen, I guess, was fairly open-ended. Okay. Yeah, Ashen was fairly open-ended except for when you went into the dungeons. And then it became much more linear. I think the only problem I'm having with this so far mostly boils down to I actually sincerely wish should have gone for the wow, that went down quick. We have a sign here. Coalition conscription notice. By order of the Coalition Command, all able-bodied workers must report for duty, free quarters, good clothing, 3 meals a day guaranteed. Survival, maybe not so much, so. Is this sparkling for a reason? No, I guess it's just on fire. The one thing I'm losing on this game is Ashen had a very strong visual style. This has got a little bit more of that kind of AA Uncanny Valley realism. It's not bad. The characters look good. Their designs are solid. And honestly, the faces aren't really that problematic. Oh, this one's armored.
I need more time.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of these sparklies. Oh, I can... Of course I can climb up here. I haven't even thought of the verticality potential in this format, since we have a double jump. But, Ashen had a very strong visual identity, and this does not in the same way. I don't think it's strictly bad, it's just one of those where... Oh wait, can I can just slide through here. Not... Maybe not. It looks like I'm supposed to get in here and walk around or find an opening or something. Maybe just this. Yeah, there we go. Conscript button. Of course, there's always the question of what is a solid object and what is not. I'm curious about how traversal is going to work, all things considered, but it's fine. Okay. So it wants me to go over there. I'm just going to kind of explore lightly for a second, seeing as there are goodies.
Interesting find.
So they might actually be carrying over some of the... maybe the town building element, too. It was something I really did like the idea of in Ashen. The only immediate problem with it is that they didn't go particularly far. Okay. Wait, that's a crossbow boy. Alright. There we go. These guys go down in a absolute hurry. Let's see, do we have any others? Or no, this is kind of where I started, and we've looped back. I thought I saw another enemy over here. I just want to make sure I'm not in... Oh no. This is the leader. Okay. Bad. Oh, and that counts as taking damage. Well, that was kind of slow in the uptake. It's fine. He's almost dead. I guess we could prep him for a withering. Oh, performance is decided. Never mind. Well, that was quick.
That should be all of them. We should check the coffee shop, call everyone back.
That is a very curious hound you have there, madam. Does it bite?
Okay, at the heart of every hamlet is a coffee shop. To defeating the enemy leader, the coffee shop will open, unlocking a new checkpoint. So at the coffee shop, head to the host to restore your health, gain a reward, and purchase new clothing. Furthermore, the host may provide you with the latest rumors in the area, unlocking new side quests.
It feels peaceful here. Something to look forward to.
Huh. That ain't human.
Bless you, girl. The dead came over us like a wave. If it hadn't been for you...
Best not celebrate just yet. This whole mess is far from over.
I'll let the other hosts know. Keep an eye out for you. In the meantime, here. One good deed deserves another.
Okay, so I think we get another healing flask usage. So what can we buy? So just clothing colors. I'm fine on that.
Leaving so soon?
No. Those below, it really is you. Over here.
Baz! Baz, your leg.
Blast took most of it. Infection got the rest. I knew you'd made it. I knew it.
Did anyone else make it? Did Harlan?
He fought to the end. Got that winged bastard good.
No.
I'm sorry, no. Pity me if I'd lost you.
We're wasting time. With the dead loose, we have no chance of reaching Uru.
Souls below. It's talking? What is that thing? I saw it fighting with you outside.
He's a god. He's gonna help me drag Uru back into the great below.
Is that so? Tell me, little god. Can you wipe the dead away with one stroke? Blow away the walls of dawn with a swish from your tail? If we're going up against an army, we'll need a proper fighting force. Three Peaks is the only place that's still got one.
That's a month's ride from here, Baz.
2 weeks. If you cut through Satrap's Wind and travel light. I know a couple of guides that can take us.
Lead the way, then.
So I can play Sibo with them. We can travel. Travel to 3 Peaks. Sure.
Our worst fears came true. When the Coalition's lines broke, the dead spilled into the world. It took every treacherous back road I knew to dodge their hordes. To push them back, we'd need an army. The only place that still had one was 3 Peaks. A hard place, breeding harder people. Its knights are the oldest and greatest army in the world. Conquered most of it even. Now they rest on their laurels, rich off the fortune in black powder under the Kneeling Keep. 2 grueling weeks later, we were in sight of their capital, the city of Rit. Let's hope they'll help us save the world. Maybe then Nor will forgive herself.
I don't remember putting my cursor on the screen. I apologize if it keeps popping back up. Okay, so you've unlocked a new fast travel location. You use your map to quickly travel to any open coffee shop, founded campsite, or activated lodestone. As you explore, new locations and objectives become visible on the map, so it is open worldy.
Right. Which way to Rit?
We've barely had time to set up camp. At least get some food in you first.
The Coalition needs that army, Baz. The sooner we get them the help they need, the better.
Can you hold on until I've checked your axe and gun?
They're fine, Baz. I need to...
Just needs a bit of wood, iron, and sulfur. Won't even take a minute.
Conveniently, they're right here.
I'll just take this.
So maybe not as much town building as, like gear crafting, which is fine.
Right then. Let me take a look.
Okay, sappers at your campsite can upgrade your weapons and armor. Upgrading improves your equipment, allowing you to face greater challenges. Requires a mix of reputation and resources. Explore the world to find iron, sulfur, and wood you need. Okay, so upgrade. So pretty standard stuff, just increases the overall stats.
The trail ahead leads to the city. You can request an audience with the judges there. Meanwhile, I'll talk to some of my people in the keep. Grease the wheels if I have to.
You know people in the Kneeling Keep.
The perks of running with scumbags in my youth. Some of them got to very high places. I'll meet you at Pilgrim's Bend when I'm done, all right?
Don't take too long.
Oh, chicken instead of horse. Cool. Yeah, let's check this map. How do I check the map? Map. Okay. So there's our camp. It looks like that starting place we were at wasn't really part of the map. And that's fine. I wasn't really expecting it to.
You didn't sleep last night? Or the night before that?
Well, I couldn't. What with you scampering about?
Sleeplessness only makes you a liability. You should.
I'm all right. The bridge is gone. Damn.
I have a better idea. Touch that skull for me.
All right.
Okay, with Enki's help, you can travel to open rifts found throughout the world. Press Y to interact with the skull to open the rift, and Y to travel through it. Once inside a rift, you can perform a range of actions to leave it.
What was that?
It's called a rift. On to the next one.
Okay. Oh, boost out of it with increased momentum.
Is this even safe?
Mostly, yes.
X to drop out, Y to pop back in.
Souls below. I could get used to this.
You might just have to.
Presentation's good. I'm curious about how much traversal and how much world there will be to traverse. I'm gonna just check this out. They probably shouldn't get too far off the beaten path. Maybe. I don't know, like the question is, how much do I want to explore? I guess this gets me materials for potential upgrades. So I guess it's worth it. I just know some games you don't want to explore until after you got the side quest.
I need to see the judges. It's urgent coalition business.
The coalition has been declared an enemy of the Kneeling Keep.
Since when? Why?
For heretical possession and use of black powder weapons being an affront to Ramuha, goddess of the peaks. Do not resist.
This is ridiculous. You can't do this.
Bailiff, restrain her. Stop her in Ramuha's name.
Okay, let's see if I can parry. Nope. But I also can avoid taking damage. There we go.
What was that?
They mentioned Ramuha, another god. She must have also escaped Dawn when the barrier fell.
Another one. I let out another one, and the knights are on her side already. I have to stop her, Enki. Before I can get to Uru, I have to stop her.
Perhaps Baz fared better.
Knight's Edict. The law is not just for Ramuha's faithful. Report all transgressors, infidels, and traitors to the Kneeling Keep. Make the peaks safe and prosperous. Well, let's see. Do they have any stuff? No, it doesn't look like it. There's some... Oh, it's a touchstone. Might as well heal up while we're here. I don't think there's much I can do. Do we actually want to heal up? No, we haven't taken much damage. So what if I go this direction? No, this looks kind of dead-endy. As in, probably have to come around the other way? Or just everyone inside is dead. For numerous counts of failure to comply with the law, Gavel Gate to be shut, all traffic ceased. Though thorough inquisition on citizens' movements to be carried out until wrongdoers have been apprehended by Order of General Bohal. Looks like a not great place. Yeah, looks like you can kind of sort of get in. Okay, we do have a skull here. Yeah, do we want to just get lost in the weeds? At the very least, we can go over to the side. Because whatever this is something. I do appreciate that they're doing more than just bird poop ledges. For like, hey, this is climbable. Cloths. And other things. Just to make it a little bit less, like, repetitive and generic. And we have a feather.
That looks like one of your feathers.
It is. Oftentimes, after exerting myself, I tend to...
Shed.
So this is how we get into town. Sure, why not?
Get ready. There's something dangerous up ahead.
I just want to get kind of off the beaten path. I don't really feel like doing more plot at the moment just because gameplay I can do a second time around and get better at. Plot I get bored by if I have to do a second time, and I'm already feeling the well, I mean, I'm already feeling this game pretty hard. Like, okay, phrasing might be a little weird on that one, but
For the people's own good.
Let's get this over with.
okay, there's another one. There we go. Guess I might as well heal up. Unfortunately, don't have that much HP. So I should avoid taking damage more than I have. You alive? Oh. I'm noticing a number of enemies will, like, if you sidestep just a little bit, they don't track onto you. I actually appreciate that, if only because it always came off as a bit tacky. Okay, now it wants me to go that direction, but again, we're not here for... Oh, no, it wants me to go that way for plot. Shielded enemies prevent all damage while they're in their shield stand, so you can knock them out of it by stunning or parrying them. Successful stun or parry, you can use a melee attack to tear away their shield. Okay. There we go. There goes his shield. That didn't work. Oh, and there we go. Now that takes off his armor, and then we just kill him the rest of the way. Problem is I'm down to 1 health draft, which is probably not great for me. That seems like a good time for it. Bye. Maybe I should actually save those for the boss, though. Maybe. Okay, we got anything else around here? Nah, I don't know. Yeah, I think the trick is, as always with any Souls-like, get good enough to the point where you can parry enemies freely, and then the whole game folds for you. A little tougher if you can't do that, though.
Let's get this over with.
It looks like as long as it... Whoop! As long as I'm only fighting one enemy at a time, it's not so bad. I should probably use my, like, Oh, what is it called? The one where he pulls an enemy into the air and kind of has them stuck for a bit. Okay, we don't want to load a checkpoint. Yeah, I think we're mostly just heading for that. Boss is probably somewhere in that vicinity. I'm gonna keep looking around. It seems like there's some stuff to find, explore, loot, or just enemies to kill for more reputation. Not another one of you guys. Okay, there goes his shield. Ow. Fine. Oh, it's unarmored enemies. Whoa. Okay, that really messed him up. Okay, so there are specific range counters when they're in the red attack. I just might have to be closer to them, is the real answer. Unfortunately, that hurt. Boss is probably down there. Yeah. Yeah, it somewhat cursed my boldness for exploring like this, because on one hand, yeah, it's nice to explore. It's nice to get all this reputation and whatnot. On the other hand, my dwindling HP does not come back. Oh, you look like the guy. Oh. I'm out of ammo. Well, this is bad for me. And with a couple more of those. Nope. I guess I was supposed to do a double dash. Ouch. And that's probably going to kick me back to that lodestone. And I think I'm out my reputation, too. It's not a big deal. Okay, we've lost our reputation. We can go back to it, and we know how to get there. Okay, it's doable. I think the big one is I'm going to have to get all the way back to that guy. Ideally without alerting any of his allies. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but... There we go. I think part of it is I went into that fight with less ammo than I should have, and I was bad about utilizing it. Though, I mean, a lot of his attacks had the like red bullet counter symbol, so it's kind of one of those where I think you just kind of have to pick your opportunities rather than going for every single shot. Maybe eventually we get the ability to get more ammo back faster, or guns with higher quantities.
See? Looks like you're a natural.
I do also appreciate that because we're a specific character with a specific... because we're a specific character... Here, let's stun him. There we go. Because, yeah, I should be using that group stun. Or not group stun. That unarmored character stun to kind of single out targets. Because, that's probably actually going to save me from taking a fair bit of damage in group confrontations. At least until I get a better weapon that lets me tackle more simultaneously. Excuse me, sir. Because, yeah, it's a solid stun. And it comes back fast enough. Okay, so the death mark actually lasts Or it goes up pretty quick on the unarmored enemies. Ah, there's the shield guy.
Will you give me a moment?
Okay, we're just gonna start with this guy. There we go. Yeah, so only some of them have special, I don't want to say special patterns exactly. Are those guys over there going to notice me? The answer is no. Okay, so this time around, let's try to be a little bit more singular with our focus. The shield guys I can't fight super confidently to the point where I can duel them without. Ah, that's where you were. Get that guy, and we're good. Anybody left? No. So get our reputation back, and then fight the dude again. The guys up the hill shouldn't be a problem. There you are. I don't see anybody else. Okay, I can't take his shield away. But I can a little bit. The problem is the red doesn't show up. What? Are you kidding me? What? Should be taking his shield off, not whatever. Yeah, he gets that shield almost as soon as I get him with more than that initial hit. I guess I gotta be hitting him with this. Or we get him with that initial... Nope. Are you kidding me? Unlike the other enemies who don't track you that well, this guy tracks way too hard. And even if you hit him with a counter, he's not stunned for long. It's not that bad, but it's one of those where... how would I describe it? Oh, I probably could have hit him with a Withering Vortex and it probably would have taken him out the rest of the way. Sorry. I'm so focused on, like, maybe learning and mastering the mechanics that it's throwing me off a little bit. I'm sure I'm also doing something that I'm not supposed to do yet. Like, this is probably harder than if I just stuck with the story. Oh, can I? Well, that's convenient. I can just skip that initial segment. The other question is also, how far do enemies chase me? And can they even follow me all the way? Because we've got these enemies on the right, but if I just sprint past them... Nope, not there. Yeah, if I just sprint past them, can they chase me? Can that one shield guy be a problem? Because I kind of get the distinct feeling they can't. Okay, I think that gets both of them, and now I have a whole extra health charge going into this fight. But yeah, the I think my big beef with the boss mostly boils down to he's really difficult to... Okay, a couple of big beefs. One, Very quick to kind of mess with me. And he covers distance so well. Maybe I need that dodge attack. Okay, let's get him with the withering. Oh, that messed him up bad. What? Oh, and he also doesn't have his shield anymore. Okay. Here we go. Got him. Took nothing. Yeah, the Withering Vortex very much was the trick. Just take off, what, a third, half his health in one strike?
We did it. The Hamlet is alive again.
I swear I turned the voice acting... I kept the voice acting up compared to the music and sound effects. The audio balance here is rough. And this is normal. I'm so curious about these things. Like... This is just normal here, I guess.
For saving us, girl. But I don't know if it will stick, since the keep hobbled us.
I saw. I'm sorry I couldn't get here sooner.
Nonsense. You did what you could. But there's no fixing this without taking out the ones in charge.
Then maybe I will do that.
You will? Pity me. They will write songs about you at this rate.
So we get another health flask. Well, that's nice. Even more colors. So yellow. Ooh. Expensive, though. That's like the one beef. What about rumors?
The knights are trawling the back roads, hounding anyone that carries even a handful of black powder.
How can I help?
Last I heard, they were patrolling Pindrop Cave. Whoever's around those parts will certainly need assistance.
Okay.
Stay safe out there.
I'm digging this so far. It's got a little bit of game feel polish.
Below is as miserable as the host says it is.
Well, they've been right about everything now, so I'm inclined to agree.
Oh, I see. That's if I want to play the game. You know what? Let's take a look at whatever this game is.
Have some sabers, soldier!
Game on.
So, Sebo seems to be kind of go-ish, but not quite. Oh, and find different coins for different abilities. Okay. Form a triangle rift in the least number of turns. Interesting. Triangle rift, 3 coins before you run out of turns. You have 12 turns. But how do I make a triangle rift? That? Okay. Goal is to block your opponent from forming a triangle rift until they run out of turns. You have 7 turns. Pariah's script. I can't move that. Can't move any of these. I mean, I guess I can move that. Could they possibly do anything? Not really. The one problem is it doesn't seem like there's a... let's see, would you like to play again? No.
You're ruthless.
I don't know. It's
Boss
neat.
wants a count before we go out again.
Count? Count what? Those thieving bastards robbed us blind. We're down to whatever we can salvage.
I like the idea of this so far. The slight open worldiness feels reasonably good, even if it does kind of lose a lot of that cool Souls-like interconnected level design. That's also something that might not really need to be a priority here. The characterization and the fact that there is a kind of your standard primary protagonist and then creature, effectively the Master Chief Cortana relationship between these two characters. Obviously the dynamics are different and things just in general work differently across the board. When you time your attack so it hits an enemy at the same time as an N-key teleport attack, you do bonus damage. Passively taunts enemies when you're facing multiple opponents. Oh, that might not actually be a bad idea. But we might also want to just get dodge attack, because that actually would have helped me earlier. And I think these are too expensive, at least for me right now. But yeah, having two characters that can actually communicate and, like, play off of each other feels like it has a lot of potential. Especially for a Souls-like Souls-likes, which are usually fairly isolationist, and I'd even go so far as to say lonely. You don't really talk to people in Souls-likes, and you don't have, like, close character relationships or character building at all. And so that has a lot of potential. I think truly my only complaint is mostly just, you know, some level of smoothness of gameplay. You know, should the bosses be able to, like, clear the distance that fast, turn that fast on a dime? You know, how short should that stun be? How much of an opportunity you get to lay in a couple of hits before the boss recovers and then can hit you back? Stuff like that is always going to take a lot of time and balancing and whatnot. And I found like that last boss felt a little cheap, but I also am probably lower power than I maybe should be for this point in time. Who knows? It very much varies. It's not that I wasn't allowed to go that direction, but it almost feels like maybe I should have gone some other directions first before coming back and fighting him. Just, you know, to grow my strength, get a couple more healing potions and whatnot. But who knows, maybe what I did was perfectly fine and is designed for. It doesn't really matter. I think the only true complaint I have is just I miss the Ashen visual style. It was so much more striking than not quite Earth realism. I think that's a fine style, but it just loses a lot of that character that I really liked Ashen for. Anyway, with all of this said, I might as well mention that the Flintlock demo is available now. Yeah, let's leave and go back out to the main menu. I do have a lot of health potions, which is nice. But the Flintlock demo is available now on Steam, so if you do want to pick it up and play it yourselves, you can before the next fest ends. I'm not sure if the demo is going to go away, but I'm kind of expecting it for a game of this caliber. But it's got a lot of potential and is very much worth checking out if you're a Souls-like fan. But with all of this said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.